Welcome back, guys. As you can see, I'm now joined by lovely Wicked and Snoopy. Unfortunately, off the back of just being knocked out, but you don't seem too disheartened. You just stole my pizza and had a laugh about it.
Yep.
But no, it was certainly a very fun game to watch. And somebody's got to lose at the end of the day.
Yep.
So I'm not going to lie, I'm happy it's AL.
Better team won in the day, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. So, despite what Reddit says, Reddit are complaining about excuses and technical issues and stuff, but
There was slight technical issues in the first game, but
The second game was nothing.
the second game was totally fine.
yeah, sorry. Second game was, as Momo pointed out as we went through, Pete just had no damage toward the end of that. He was just underfarmed, lost his lane big time, about 50 CS before even dying.
Yeah.
So it was just horrible for him.
I think had the bot lane went a little bit better. It is a really hard lane. Like
Oh, it was, yeah.
Argot then followed up by a Mundo perma slow. It's a really hard lane to do. I think had we had a little bit better time in bot lane, we would have came up better in mid to late. Whereas it came to mid game, we were just getting Argot was so fed, and their team was just going too tanky, and Pete was forced into buying a QSS and Wriggles, so it didn't have the damage output. And you saw Mundo at the end. There's really scary. Like if you can't kill Mundo, then he's just going to roll over your carries. That's what he did.
Exactly. One thing I do want to ask you about, you seem to be picking Trundle a lot more early, whereas there used to be someone that you don't ever see as a counter pick to like a Ramos or someone equally as tanky, and even then it was a very rare counter pick. Now you seem to like, I mean, you're normally your first go-to, and it's like, okay, they've banned out a few things, we don't want to reveal too much, Maokai, I'll grab Maokai. Now you're leaning a little bit more towards Trundle. Why is that?
Trundle's always been a very strong jungler. I remember Jack used to play him like almost exclusively back when he was in Dignitas, and I think he just kind of went out of the picture, but he's still a very strong jungler. Very, like you saw, I don't know if you saw the last team fight when I ulted Rise. Resistances reduced to nothing, and it
Rise
almost melted. Yeah.
And then it ran off, and then
Yeah.
stayed
Well,
for ages.
he managed to get a flash out, and then is like blocked by a pillar. Pete and
Well, the problem is I
Oh my
couldn't get in
God.
and do any damage. I was just standing behind the pillar and just being stuck.
Yeah, exactly. There was other things there, but yeah, exactly. His
You-
ultimate
you
is
saw
so
it, yeah.
strong. But we are sitting here in the lobby for Against All Authority versus Mal Sports. Everyone appears to be ready, although I don't believe Svensken's actually part of this lineup. So someone leaked the password somewhere. I don't know where. I think it may have been one of you guys mentioned it, because I know Pete and
Maybe
Creeper
it's
are
the
streaming.
substitute.
Or maybe it's a substitute, yes. So
them ringers.
them ringers indeed. We'll see, we'll find out, we'll get it into there. But Against All Authority, of course, being very, very strong throughout the course of the day. Some great games in the quarterfinals. We didn't see Mal Sports, but they were playing against Logix. And if you refresh that page for me, we'll find out whether it was 2-0 or 2-1. It was 2-0.
2-0.
So Mal Sports obviously playing nicely against Logix earlier on. Don't know too much about it, but going from the lineups, going from the things you know about these teams, do you think it will be a one-sided stomp, or we'll have 50-minute games like we just saw out of you?
This game?
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely give it to AA. I think first game's going to be about 30 minutes. Second game's going to be 25 minutes.
Fair enough. So that's very quick games
Yep.
on the back of Snoopy's predictions. What do you think, Wicked?
I think it's going to go to AA, and I think the games will be around 40 minutes, both of them.
So that'll certainly be fun to watch. So Soaz is never escaping that in Amnesia video.
I've not even seen that one. When was that?
I've seen them. He was almost crying in them.
Yeah,
So-
it was a while back, but
Is it worse than Hot Shot?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to check that out later.
yeah. So I think it's just. I think you can find it if you just search Soaz and Amnesia on YouTube. It's not hard to find. But yes, I hear you. It's quite interesting. So again, once again, Raj, remember Linux been banned on his main account, so he is on a Smurf here. So don't get confused when you see those names come up. If Svensken is playing, we should be getting started. If not, we need to get the real player in, because we've been waiting in this lobby for a little
Didn't
while.
Svensken stop playing competitive?
That's what I thought. I have him on my friends list, and he's just done nothing but play normals for the last few times I've seen. But
I thought he stopped because he had to study and his parents were quite mad about him gaming too much. I'm not too sure.
we will find out, because it would appear he may be the right one. I need to move those. Have you signed anything else, by the way, or is it just these so far?
Just
that
that.
so far.
Just so far. Oh, I'm sure we're going to have you signing more things later
Yep.
on. What is in rated one?
I need to check that out later.
Yes, that looks amazing. So, we are in picks and bans then, of course. Against All Authority versus mouz Sports. Obviously, we know the Against All Authority common bans. You want to get rid of Karthus, maybe Fizz, depending on the couple of picks. Linek loves his Jungle Udyr at the moment. He loves Jungle Yi even more, but that's not really ban-worthy. But I'm not so keen, or not so up-to-date on mouz. I know Flashy loves Karthus himself. But
Morgana and Karthus, I think, is quite fond of those two.
So yeah, I was going to say any other bans, but these are going very, very fast. We saw, of course, aAa play a very, very strong Corki and Leona in that first game. So there's the Corki ban. We may see Leona banned out as well. We'll have to wait and find out. But is there anything obvious for this third ban you can see from Against All Authority?
Maybe Morgana if they want to first pick Karthus. Maybe a possibility.
I think it's just going to be a random ban. Like, I don't think they care about the last ban too much, personally.
Fair enough.
Karthus ban. I thought Momo would have wanted Karthus first pick, but
yeah, or at least
guess not.
Force Flashy to get something.
Flash also plays quite a lot of Karthus, so they probably just don't want to be against it and just want to have a safe play. Because Karthus is quite annoying to be against. If you get some like ultimates in the early game, mid game, they might snowball too much.
I see with Maokai up as well, like maybe you don't want to pick Karthus into Maokai, things like that. Or Alistair. There's that one thing Moma hates is Alistair Maokai ganks.
They're a legitimate thing to hate. Those are horrible.
Yeah.
So much CC coming to that.
Oh my god.
Linak still trying to bring that Yi back.
I wouldn't be surprised if he
I
did that.
personally love Yi. Like, I think he's so strong, he's just underrated. The only thing is that he's quite bad against a lot of CC combos, but he does so much damage.
Taking that Jan out of Wheel Feeler's hands there.
Yeah, very smart.
One of his
play
favourite
there.
supports.
Ari was the last ban, just in case you haven't spotted it. Concentration on Moma's face. And there is that Morgana pickup then. So, Flashy is grabbing one of his faves. We'll have to see what Moma wants to do to play against it. Of course, Rise is gone, Ari's gone, Karthus is gone. Fizz does not counter Morgana very well at all. So, okay, Moma's very, very versatile, but the majority of your standard counters for Morgana are not available right now.
I don't think he'd pick Cassio. I don't see Moma playing Cassio.
It doesn't spring to mind.
Man, I wish so much to see a Master Yi right now, but I just don't want to see that Udyr.
I don't think the rest of the team want to let him play Master Yi right now.
Yeah, it's probably pretty wise.
Scumbag team.
So, Linek on Udyr certainly looks more possible. We did see some very interesting play out of Soaz. He was AD Kennen in the top lane in the last game, which apparently Momo didn't even realise until the post-game screen. All along he thought it was an AP Kennen, and then he saw it, and was quite surprised. Someone, I think that's Methis throwing things around the kitchen.
I think it's Paul.
Oh, of course, yes, Paul's making his pasta.
Obviously, it wasn't very good. And
Threw it away.
Yep, he didn't like his own food.
So we're going to see Moma on Twisted Fate, which actually went very well in the first quarter-final game. He was playing that against Morgana in mid, outfarmed it all game long, played very, very solidly.
Does definitely play a good TF. He's been playing it a lot recently.
Yeah, and was against Na'Vi. So, Puzu, AD carry, Flashy of course already got his Morgana. Looking for a support, what's it going to be?
I think is Puzy always plays Graves? Like I've always seen him playing Graves.
He played, I think I remember seeing him play in Ezreal earlier on in the tournament, but
I think from solo queue I've seen him in Graves.
yeah, if he's suddenly King Graves a lot. One thing I will say is Creepo has been playing permanent Taric for you this tournament so far, and complete man mode, as he was telling me.
Yep.
Straight into the back of the team, making a complete nuisance of himself, and then flashing out on about 10 HP every time. So, I mean, is that something you've been practicing with a lot? Because I don't remember seeing it.
I haven't really practiced much at all in the last 1.5 weeks because of Hanover and stuff and being in Germany, so we've really not been at the top of our game over the past week and a half. Whereas all the other teams have been practicing heavily, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. So.
Shen, wow.
Yeah, so
can't believe Shen made it that far through.
Well, I think Shen is quite overrated right now. Like, he's good and all this, but people think he's overpowered still, and I just don't know. I think he's pretty useless late game, but he's really good early, of course. And since we have a TF Shen combo, it is for the early game. They want to win early game and do snowball, but he's not as good as people say.
Well, even going into late game, they have that potential to double split push.
Yeah, that's true, but it's only because I have two of them, but Nocturne kind of shuts that down in a way.
Yeah, against the TF, but not so much against Shen.
You have that global mobility, of course, now, though, from the teleports from Shen and on Twisted Fate, so you might see some funky ganking going on.
I think Nocturne's a perfect pick here. They couldn't have picked any better junglers.
I maybe would have picked TP on Morgana, maybe, just to try and counter the split push coming into mid to late game.
We still might. You guys are notorious for switching your summoners at the last second, so that might still happen here. And Rated running, interesting enough, a Janna with no escapes, just taking that heal and ignite, which is something we saw you try to do actually in that top lane as Riven Wicked, which, no, it wasn't you, sorry, what am I on about? It was Nezralis playing against All Authority in the first game. Don't know why I thought it was you. And it, well, it really didn't work out for him at all.
Well, it's very good on the laning zone, but it's so easy to get ganked, and if you just let someone push that have no summoner spells, escape, it's so easy to gank, and it's just too big of a risk, I think.
Yeah, like, you got ganked once, and as soon as that, like, even using that heal in their first gank.
If Morgana just pushes mid and tries to get behind bottom and gank once, like, Janet can never escape that.
That's interesting. Oh, he switched there last minute. Uriel had exhaust smite there. I thought I was going to keep that, but he switched there last minute.
Yep, and in Rated's actually switched to heal exhaust. So, certainly a couple of bits of shenanigans jumping about here and there. We will fail at taking Ignite on Taric as well, so he's going to be very aggressive in that bottom lane. Yep. Yellow Start does have a cleanse, however, to play against it. So, 2.5 minutes on the delay. Once again, as I've asked every time so far, just on those champion lineups, who are you going to give it to?
I'll still give it to aAa, not because of the lineup, but more because I think the team overall is more skilled. And I don't think it's always a bot lineup, so I'll just go to
aAa. Even based on lineup alone, I would give it to aAa, without taking skill into consideration. But yeah, aAa is definitely one of the top teams in Europe just now, and I think they have the edge over mouz.
On lineup, I would personally give it to mouz though, because I don't think that Shen TF combo is as great as people think, and I prefer just mass AoE combo that kills people. Like you can see mouz have Morgana, Nocturne to go in, Nocturne also to stop the split pushing, and Graves and Shyvana to do mass damage.
I don't understand how they're going to get to...
Was that Snoopy?
I don't understand how they're going to get to Ezreal though, when it comes to late game.
I don't think they need to get to Ezreal, because they can just kill the rest first. They have so much more damage in the team fights.
We'll see.
Well, it's something to think on there, guys. We've got a minute and a half left on this delay. We're going to go through a quick advert. Remember, guys, facebook.com/HearToWinCup, facebook.com/panky.lol. When we come back, we'll grab you the COG ones, because I can't remember off the top of my head. But we'll be back after this very short advert, and we'll get straight into this next game. Then, guys, so thank you for sitting through the adverts. We are back here, just to remind you, myself, Wicked, and Snoopy, against All Authority versus Mousesports, the first semi-final of this evening, or this afternoon still at the moment actually. Yep. And as I promised before we went, Wicked, give us a quick shout out to your Facebook.
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to my Facebook, facebook.com/wickedlol.
And Snoopy, did you have a .lol after it? I can't remember.
Yeah, I have www.facebook.com/snoopy.lol.
Yeah, there we go. So, it wouldn't let me do just Panky. I had to put the .lol at the end, even though /Panky doesn't exist.
Really?
Yeah, I checked it, but it wouldn't let me use it.
Interesting.
Scumbag Facebook.
Scumbag Facebook, indeed. So, we are waiting on the last couple of people to load in for this. We also went through the picks and bans beforehand. You guys still had a bit more of a discussion as to these lineups and how they might turn out, which still ended up with differing opinions, but that's the whole point of this game. There's no clear-cut yes or no for everything. Otherwise, it would be very,
well,
very
everything always comes down to skill. I just think that mouz personally got a better setup, even though I think aAa will win because of pure skill. But that's just my opinion.
aAa are, as we said, very, very strong at the moment. And you said yourself, you're a little bit out of practice at the moment. These guys have still been able to play all week long. Momoracy only turning up a couple of days ago. You guys have been here all week and haven't been full practice schedule. But we'll have to wait and see. We've still got to see if they can take down Absolute Legends, who of course have just shut you guys down. So there's still some big names left in this tournament. And of course the other semi-final, Western Wolves, could always show us just show us a bit of a upset. That's the word I was looking for. So there we go. That's what I meant to do at the start. So let's see, mouz. Are we looking for an invader, or are they just setting up very defensive?
They're going to invade, I think, because they got Morgana. Morgana's so strong. I think that ward from Janna right now is perfect because they can easily defend from invade.
30 seconds.
But Taric Morgana together can just instant kill anything almost.
Yeah, that would make perfect sense. So, it's a very defensive setup from against authority.
Mez don't know their wardie just now.
No. Which same happened to you actually a couple of times. There was a ward in this push and you walked through it unknowingly. So, mouz are in the aAa jungle. They know exactly where they are. And Tornado is going to go through an edge. No, go through the wrong bush. But mouz are not going to pick anything out from this. aAa playing it way too smart.
Just trying to waste their time just now, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, you want your Blaunt, there we go, to recall and get into that top lane. We're going to get the Tornado come out cancelling this recall as well, delaying him even longer. So very nice play against authority. Instead, he's just going to have to run up there and, as a result, lack that extra health potion which he'd normally get.
Notice Nocturne didn't get wills and Udyr did this time.
So mouz already on the back foot by quite a large margin. What do you think when it comes to grabbing health potions, like that 4th health potion on the recall, Wicked? Is it a must-have whenever you do an invade like that, or is Blaunt going to be okay here?
Well, for me, like, I always do it just because I want my potions, and maybe I'm ego player, I don't know, but I just think, why would you not get it if you can get it? It's free 150 health.
Yeah, there is that. So Blaunt has actually already used 1 of his 5 health potions, so he's going to be a little bit back, but Soaz, of course, has 3 of his own.
Now, you can see that Blaunt is playing way too passive. He never hits back on Shen, and Shen's just going in, auto-attacking him, and Blaunt needs to auto-attack back. Like, he won't lose anything from auto-attacking back, because Shen can only get 1 auto-attack in anyway, so he's just wasting his time.
Nocturne's coming into mid just now, but I don't think he's got a chance to do anything.
No,
And this is the bad thing by Nocturne, he's falling more and more behind right now. Always come in the back.
Yeah, I mean, Momo's got no ward there, but he was playing it very well over this part of the lane, so he suspected there was some gang going on. Oh, he does have a ward there, sorry, I couldn't see that. Okay.
So now you look, Udyr's going to hit level 4 soon, and Nocturne's still level 2.
Yellow Star getting a lot of damage out onto Graves there from a very nice bit of positioning. Good play from Enrated, and yeah, as you say, Udyr just going to hit 4 of these wraiths. And Svensson still 2, exactly.
He'll get 3 off of this, but still, it's not so far behind, is it? That's why farming's is better in the jungle now.
Yellow Star forced to pop Summoner Hill. The Ignite was on him. Going very, very low. They're still chasing him down. We will fail out Ampuzu looking for this first blood. Yellow Star is going to... he's got another health potion left, so he'll probably sit there and drink these up. He doesn't want to go back because this lane will just get frozen under this tower.
Flash and cleanse down.
As Linek finds a jungle, he's going to find Blaunt as well. Soaz is here, Flashy's up. Nice dodge on that Q. And Linux actually staying around a little bit longer than he probably should have. That snare's going to be back off cooldown soon if he's not careful.
If only Flash had landed that snare there, within 3 double buffs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that he would have died. Maybe.
I think he would have. The Ignite went down on him.
Udyr's very tanky. He's ridiculously tanky. Always more than you expect.
Oh.
He had to flash away from that one, but to be honest, I think it would have missed anyway. Nocturne still riding down buff. Linek just wasting people's time here because Flashy wants to go back. Linek's not going to let him.
Did a fantastic job just now. He's cleared his entire jungle already, and now he's just forcing Nocturne to be.
aAa is getting so far ahead right now because Momo's just pushing mid. They're losing so many creeps. Even if Linek goes down eventually, like he's doing now.
Well, that wasn't exactly worth it there.
Of course it's not worth it, but he's still wasting more and more time. And TF is here now as well, so maybe we can get some kills up now.
I think...
no, I think Shen's too low.
Shen is very low. Momo's going to find Svensson in the bush, put it in own Ignite, and the wildcard Soaz down. For some reason,
Svensson lives. Oh,
there's the stun. Flash stun from Momo. Blaunt can't chase that down. So 2-for-1 exchange in favour of mouz, but still very, very close, and certainly one of the most unorthodox skirmishes we've seen so far.
The exchange wasn't worth it, but the ideal of doing it, like keeping them there, TF just pushing mid, them losing so many creeps, that's very good. Like they got 500 gold ahead, but then they fucked up and they lost around 1k gold.
You will notice TF is now 10 CS or 20, or 12 CS ahead of Morgana.
Yeah, and it's only going to get more when he picks up those 4, and Morgana loses these to a tower.
Maybe 1.5 levels ahead right now.
Yep.
He is. Let's see.
He's almost 6.
Borderline 6, and it's still level 4 flashy, so exactly. mouz in a very strong position when he gets back into the lane.
And also TF getting fed a bit, having his teleport early, being able to roam. He's going to have such a huge impact on the game. He also got the lesser buff, so he's very strong with ganks right now.
So, mouz looking for some sort of poke in the enemy
You
jungle.
might see an early dragon here from mouz.
Maybe.
No, I may have done that actually, if they could have sneaked one there with Shyvana heading to dragon.
I don't think they knew where enough of Against All Authority were. But
It's a lot
got
easier
it.
than you see the entire map. That's true.
double buff Blorn, giving soaz a little bit of a hard time. And of course, Blorn picking up that kill, soaz dropping behind in CS. In fact, double kill on Blorn, so that's a very, very scary Shyvana, about to finish her wriggles off. Linnet coming around, but mouz have spotted him. They're all coming up from mid, Nocturne included. And that Linnet will get out of there thanks to some good communication and pings from mouz. As we're joined by Melisande sitting on the sofa.
He's getting a little bit close to my leg actually. Nelson. I've heard
It
stories.
seems a bit wrong, that Snoopy, what you two are doing, but it's okay.
It's okay, the camera's not on you, they can't tell. So, a little bit of a standoff around the dragon pen and blue buff. N-Rated's
Flash
going to get
went down.
flash done from We Will Fail as snare goes out. Flashy
no
there,
flash,
ult comes
he has no
down from soaz, he's coming down the top. N-Rated, as you say, no flash is going to fall.
Flash is in
mouz do
trouble
get
now.
a good stun off onto Flashy. He's popped his helmet, it's gone off. Graves has appeared from bomb. And Against
soaz
All
goes
Authority are suddenly looking
Linnet goes
very,
down.
very shaky.
Ezreal did pick up the kill there on Flashy.
Yep, stun goes out from mouz. He's going to do a lot of damage, and actually Nocturne going low. Ezreal still chasing up, but he will get back under this tower soon enough.
That's just an amazing reaction from the bottom lane of mouz. Like, they came up way before aA's bottom lane could even react. They just won that fight only because of that.
A 3-for-1 exchange is really good for mouz.
It was very, very, very well played.
Things going out onto blue buff. mouz obviously want to keep it safe. They want to keep it for their AP carry. But they know there's a possibility of Against Authority trying to seal it. As you say, and Rated with no flash there really did work against him. So, how's his bot lane going? soaz is now up to 43 CS with his 2 deaths. 2 kills on Blorn, 55 CS. So, Blorn is pulling away with that. Of course, he's just gone back, finished his wriggles off, grabbed a little bit more onto his boots. 2 kills give him a lot of bonus gold. When rated a little bit too slow on the knockback. Morgana has got her blue. mouz is wearing his own. Or is his? Yes, he is sitting on 67 to 42 of Flashy. As we saw when he played Na'Vi early on, his TF is so strong, even when against something like a Morgana.
Yep. Although he did just pick up 3 assists, Flashy there, so it kind of evens it up a little bit. What's the exact goal there?
The exact goal, 2,800 for Flashy,
That's very
2,900 for
So the 3
TF.
assists did close that gap a little.
But overall, if you look at the game, like, aAA is doing so much better on the lanes, and they're still equal to mouz, even though they're 3 kills behind, and the first blood behind.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, TF hasn't actually gone back yet. You can see he's still carrying about 1,200 gold. So when he does go home and come back to lane, he's going to be a little bit more scary than Flashy. This is as bad as Flashy's going to be for a while.
But still, in the mindset, mouz is so far ahead, because they also got the entire map control. They're doing wards, they're dominating the map. So they're actually quite far ahead right now, even though the goal doesn't say that.
Yeah, they've got more control. Although there's a lot of dragon wards around this dragon area from Against All Authority, they may be looking to make a play for that soon.
If I was in mouz's position right now, I would possibly even go for a dragon right now. Forcing a fight while they are stronger.
I think they're trying to do that. They just need to run it to push. As you can see, she's already moving down. So I think that's what they already tried to do. They just needed to get ready to do it properly.
Yep. I think it's definitely a good decision from mouz.
Yeah, I agree. It's a perfect decision because they have a better team fighting combo, as I already said. They just have the combo that's perfect for team fights versus a combo that only works for split pushing, pretty much.
I'm not sure if they'll contest. Yeah, they won't contest this.
No,
They're just going to push top and just ignore everything because they know they cannot win team fights, so there's no reason for them to even try.
In fact, Momo was going up as well. They were going to 3-man push this. Instead, they're just going to 2. Linnett going up to join soAZ. They will get this top tower, hopefully. Ping's going
I'm not sure if they will. I think Shabana might make it in time.
It's going to be close, that's for sure. They need to clear this minion wave as quick as possible. There's another one arriving. Shyvana's coming up.
Yeah, they're not going to get it.
No, not enough damage at all. So, very nice trade then for mouz, not even having to lose this turret for it. Braun going to ultimate, does get taunted away. Then it goes back in for an annoying stun. But
that was a good call to ulti that. Like, you might think it was the reason, but you want to clear the wave instantly. Don't take any more damage to the tower.
Yep. So, very nicely played. Blawn. Momo then still pulling ahead. He's going to be the first one to hit 100 CS at this rate. And he still hasn't been back, so he's carrying a lot of gold up top. They did go on to Blawn.
I don't understand why Blawn would try to fight 2 versus 1.
Takes his ulti down.
I don't think he knew it was 2 versus 1. Linux stayed and annoyed him for a long time. soAZ ran straight back and started recalling.
I still think it's very risky. Like, he knows that he can't just chase Yudi. Yudi can always run away, so Yudi will never be able to die to him if he plays properly. And he would only be able to kill Yudi if he fucks up very hard. So it's very risky and almost no gain. Except making Yudi a base, but he was already low. He would do that anyway.
Yep, should just farm back up there.
Fair enough. So mouz are far from playing perfect despite grabbing a relatively free dragon. That's the second time Yellowstar's used that on creeps. He's using it just to farm these lanes right now. Every time it came off cooldown, just straight back on the creeps. As that stun goes out to Enrate, he's still got no escapes. Ultimate comes up from soAZ. The Ignite is down, they're turning it, they're going to chase on to Puzo, and we will fail it. TF ult comes out. He actually uses gold card on a ward. Graves will fall, there's no two ways about this. He did try and pick up the Enrated kill, but not going to happen.
I'm not sure if this is worth it. Like, they do get kills and so on, but they still lose on top, they lose on middle. They might even get bottom top, but they still lose so many creeps.
I actually think the blue's spawning soon for A as well, maybe.
They did lose the tower here.
They might even lose Linux if they're not careful, but
I think Lining will survive. He's very tanky. Like, Yudi is very hard to bring down.
Yeah, they are going to against the throat. Still can't take down this bottom tower. So that's 2 towers they've tried to push and take out, and they can't. And all they've done is lose one.
Shyvana does so much damage right now. Yudi needs to get the fuck away from there. It's very dangerous for him.
And all these guys that hard gold, and he's taking a lot of damage. So like doesn't have an ultimate.
Shyvana could have killed him here, but the thing is, it's very risky, as you can see now, and she's going very low. And if this gen would have been close or something, Shyvana might even have died, which she might still do.
She might still. Momo's coming.
Oh, failed the ultimate.
Not quite. And Momo will flash stun instead. The Ignite goes out. Blawn will take wild cards to the face. He's going very, very low, and that will tick. Flashy not quite there in time.
I think Blawn gets baited by Yudi all the time because he just thinks he can kill him, and most likely he can. The thing is, it's too risky. Like, there's no need to kill Yudi at those points.
He didn't have Ignite up in either. I don't think it was worth it.
Yep, it's not worth it at all. It's just too huge a risk to take a Yudi, because Yudi is way more tanky than you expect because of the W. Like, you need to know if he skilled W or if he didn't, and it's always different how much HP he got. Hard to calculate.
So Ezreal forced a 2v1 bot lane now. They're going to lose this tower. Yep.
Yep, there's no two ways about it. And still, however, it's only about 400 gold separating these two teams.
So you look at the trade there. I mean, Shyvana got top tower, pushed it down, almost killed Udyr, forced Janiko to the top, and they lost the tower bot anyway.
Yep, it's true. While they're dominating the map so hard.
So let's see, Morgana come in, Yellowstar will fall down here and there.
That was very close. If you had survived that, that would have been amazing.
That would have been pretty cool. But they're going to steal the red buff at the back of this as well. Dragon's going to respawn somewhere in the next 2 minutes. soAZ is being ganked by Nocturne, but yeah. He's getting pretty tanky out there in that top lane, of course. Much better farm than when we saw
but I think he's going to be useless in teamfights because he doesn't have any damage at all. All he can do is taunt, and that's look pretty.
We saw Linux build him like a Yi earlier, and he put a Brutalizer and then Wriggles and a Frozen Mallet, which
was that against?
That was against Na'Vi, the second game, because they told him to play what he wanted. Well, sorry, they first picked Shen just so as to not leave it open. Told him to then play what he wanted, which he wanted Yi, but it wouldn't fit with the pick. So he went, okay, I'll play Shen like
Yi. Play DPS Shen.
Yeah. So he jungled it and built it like Yi. So it worked, that's for sure. But whether it would work in this situation, I do not know. And Lamia's pulling faces behind us again.
The teams are still very close, but I don't know. Right now, I'll just give the game to mouz as it's going right now because they just have the superior setup. I thought that aAa would win way hard on the lanes, and I thought they'd win with ganks and so on. Even the two TPs, they're losing on the lanes, they're losing with the ganks. They're not winning the early game, which they should.
And the Nocturne's coming out straight onto Mouma.
Doesn't have
Very
flash,
nice block, those wildcards. No flash, as you say.
Played flashy.
Nice flash. Soaz is going to ult in, try and save him, but it's not going to be enough. And in fact, doesn't even manage to finish that ultimate channel before TF falls down. So nice play from mouz.
We're going to lose mid tower here though.
Yeah, within Rated and Linek.
But I think that's fine. They can't keep the towers forever, and they prolonged it so long against the split pushing combo. That's fine to lose the tower. Like, the towers doesn't matter that much, the outer towers, as long as the second towers doesn't go down. Then it should be okay.
Yeah. And mouz, oh, there's the dragon respawn. mouz are in a very good position at the moment.
Shen has an ultimate for this. Shyvana's heading down.
Yeah,
but Nocturne's not there. That's one problem.
You got to remember that against Authority, you completely sacrificed the first one. They may still have the same stance on this one. I don't feel. I mean, you said they sacrificed the first one because they didn't feel they could win a team fight, and you didn't. Like, you agreed they could not win a team fight. That dragon. Do you feel they could win one now, or would it still be?
No, I don't think they have a single chance to fight it. I think they might do it, but I don't think they will have any chance to win it.
You might try a lucky steal, but that's all I'm going to see here.
I don't think they'll even try to steal. That's just stupid. They'll most likely die from it.
No, they tried to steal.
Yeah, but it was only Ezreal and the wildcards. No smite. Linek just couldn't get close either. So mouz is slowly creeping ahead again. It's up to about 1,500 gold in the lead. And as you say, against Authority have no chance to win a team fight right now. mouz need to capitalise on this unforced team fights. I mean, 17 minutes, Baron is up, but you're not going to try and force Baron right now. It's way too risky.
That's
but
true.
You could push lanes. I mean, mid tower's still up. They can take this down.
I agree.
You saw Dragon. You've got blue buffs. You've got red buffs. There's plenty of ways to force a fight.
For me, I just feel like mouz, they don't have to do anything special as long as we don't lose the towers. I think just keep every tower alive. Even in late game, they have the late game come. They'll win late game. So we just need to survive, keep all the towers up, and just keep getting more and more gold.
I think mouz should try and maybe even do like a quick group right now and push down mid, because if they drag it out like this, they're going to get split pushed.
They need to push the lanes first.
Capitalise on what they're doing just now, and then group mid.
And it does look like that's the plan. Graves is coming up. Tarek's coming down the lane. Nocturne's coming across after clearing out his jungle. However, at the moment, there's a lot of Against All Authority in mid as well, but they're leaving. So, mouz leave this long enough, they can jump into the mid lane, and they will be devastating.
So yeah, it does look like they're going to group mid and try and put pressure on this tower. It's going to be hard to push against TF, but we'll see how it goes.
See, if he goes a little bit too far forward, of course,
they could even dive right now because a few days bottom and Israel's bottom. They can even dive TF and just take the tower.
Won't be easy though with Janna and Shen ulti.
I think it's quite easy. They can make Shen use his ulti and everything, and then we can dive again afterwards. They don't need to use everything to dive.
You're just picking up that bot tower with Israel.
And there's 5 members of mouz in here now. The stun does miss, and there is the free bot tower, as he said. 5 members of mouz here. They have decided to pull off that mid attempt and rotate down to bottom lane.
But this is also one of the reasons I thought they should just stay on the lanes, just keep up all the tasks, because it's very hard to just group up and push, because Janna TF it is hard and you get forced to go in and dive. Yudia is getting caught here. I'm not sure if he can even get away from this. He might.
He does have flash, but
it is a Yudia. He can almost always run. He's very fast.
Mouma flash, Mouma teleporting straight on top of Flashy as a result, gets ultimated, will fall down very quickly.
Not in this fight anymore.
And yet Soaz still has his ultimate to help somebody out, but he's a long way down top or up top, taking a tower down. Oh, sorry, no, he used it on Mouma, didn't he?
Yep, Mouma died too fast.
Yes, Mouma had. So, and Rated's going to be the next chase. Buzu doing a lot of damage to him. Fear's going to go out from Svensson. He's going to get stunned on the tower, however. He needs to get out of there with a flash. Blorn does now finally arrive from mid lane against All Authority, so very low.
Down here 100%.
And what is Yellow Star? That's not even close to Shen. That's miles out. Linek. There we go. He falls down. Yellow Star right off in the wrong direction.
And Graves is just picking up the list above meanwhile. Like, he couldn't chase any longer, so it's just about getting as fast as possible so he can just go back to base and they can force something.
What kind of damage they get in that top tower?
I was going to say, why are they not just rotating mid? They could have picked that up with those 4. But
TF just respawn and they just want to be full and be ready for anything. They don't need to do anything right now, they already want to fight. Pretty huge.
Shen is getting pretty beefy now, though. Does have that Sunfire. Building into an Aegis, it seems now.
And
but he's
Puzu's going to fall down to Momi. Gets ignited and the wild cards are out. There's no way Puzu's getting out of there. So, as you just said, he should have gone back. Instead of risking it, the rest of his team went back. They survived. He is now dead.
But it's true, Shen is getting quite tanky right now, but still he doesn't have any damage in a team fight. If they focus him, they will lose the team fights, I think.
Yeah.
But if they just ignore him, he won't do anything. So it's going to come down to focus.
So against All Authority, as you say, they're losing these fights. They cannot win 1v1, or sorry, 5v5, but they are still playing this game near enough as good as they can right now. They can't split push, they're not strong enough for that, but they are picking these kills up after each fight.
And they also they got the bottom tower, the top tower, because mouz tried to grip so much, they just wanted to force things, and we just lost all their control because of that. Like, they should just stay in the lanes, just keep farming, because they do have the late game, they don't need to force anything this early.
Exactly. Now, where are we going to next? Have mouz learnt from this mistake? Or are they going to try and do it again?
I think they'll try and do it again now, because there's no towers that aAa can just take right now. They need to go to the second tower, and that's very far away. So they might be able to do it now, but before was just too early, I think.
Shen still in that top lane, of course, against All Authority. soAa's just going to keep pushing that, pushing that, pushing that. His ultimate is back off cooldown, so he can join fights should they start up. Blorn's going up there to make a nuisance of himself.
I think Blorn can 1v1 Shen right now, do you think?
Blorn should be able to 1 versus 1 Shen, because Shen doesn't have any damage, and Blorn build damage items. Like, he should easily be able to kill Shen.
Yep.
The problem is just that he can never chase. Like, Blorn can just run while Shen is running. He can never kill someone that's running. That's why I don't like Shyvana too much, because she can never force someone to die. Like, for example, Aurelia, she got a slow, she got jump, Riven got stuns and so on, but Shyvana just got nothing. She's just damage.
But she is a lot of damage.
She does a lot of damage, but I just don't like being dependent on others. She's very dependent on the team because she needs other people to do the stunts and so on. And
against the Authority, look like they want to start a fight here. And in all fairness, Moment's still a long way back. He's got a gold card up. He does end up using on Nocturne with the spell shield. Linux going to start doing a bit of damage. The taunt goes off, getting straight in the back, catching Graves. He does survive the burst. Flash is going down very, very low. He's got his Zhonya's up. We Will Fail is still in the back. Low. Linux getting jumped on by everyone. soAa's is finally dropping down, but again, he's got no damage. Ezreal will pick up that kill on Nocturne. 3 members of the fight have died very, very quickly. Shyvana and Morgana drop. Shen did finally fall. Moma's going to teleport down onto both of these two. Brilliant flash from Yellowstar, picking the rest of them up. Moma will land that last wild card. Very nice ace for Yellowstar against All Authority, suddenly realizing we can win team fights now.
What I think mouz did wrong there, Shen went straight onto Graves, and they all started focusing Shen.
Yep, the focus Shen, and like as I already said, he doesn't do anything. Just ignore him.
But the problem is they couldn't really, because Shen forced Graves down to 20% health, forced him out of the fight.
He didn't do that alone though. He didn't do that alone.
No,
the team helped him, and if they just ignored him, Graves would be able to survive him. He have his heal, or he didn't have it, but he'd still be able to survive the Tarek. Like just Tarek stunning him, CCing him, but focusing him was just the wrong move. That was the only thing that went wrong. They could easily have killed by others. You saw how low TF, Ezreal and everyone else got.
But that is the role of a tank though. The role of a tank is to zone the AD carries.
That's true. But the entire team didn't have to do anything. Like, as a Shen, if he doesn't have damage, the AD just needs to ignore him. I played ADs and I played Bruisers. I just know that it's so easy for the AD to ignore him. The only problem is the mindset of AD being like, oh my god, I'm getting attacked, he's next to me, I have to attack him. That's the only problem.
I honestly think there wasn't much he could do there. He couldn't avoid the damage he's getting there from Shen.
Yeah, he had to back up away from Shen, otherwise he would have died. Okay, he maybe could have avoided attacking him, but I mean, it's attack no one or it's attack Shen, so you might as well attack Shen until you get in range of someone else.
I think you could have positioned to the sides and attacked other targets.
If you're not attacking, you're not doing your job. Doesn't matter who you're attacking, just auto-attack something. When you're in range to hit someone else, which he did, as soon as Linux came back in range, he started attacking Udyr instead. But when Shen was the only target, he was right to shoot Shen. But either way, mouz lost that fight. They are now 4,000 gold behind. Against All Authority are well and truly in command. soAa's is top again, pushing up with his ultimate up.
A split push, TF going bottom and Shen top.
And we saw them run this earlier again against Na'Vi. It went very, very well.
And I think the Yurier's tanky enough to survive the burst in time for a Shen ulti. So he's the one to try and take the burst from mouz if they do engage.
Yuria is certainly tanky enough. He got his Ranians, he got Mercury's, and he got Vincent. He's very, very, very tanky at this point.
An interesting Cage's lucky pick on Linak as well. Don't know if you noticed that.
I hadn't. That is certainly interesting. Does it increase the shield? It does increase the shield a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, 13 damage, but that's quite useless.
Flash being burned by
Puzu and Moma going in. Yellow Star coming in to help out. Sorry, Yellow Star going down if Moma isn't careful. Svensken's come in with his ultimate.
Wow.
Yellow Star is doing so much damage and taking nothing. Svensken, very low flashy. He needs to be careful with it. There it is, and Moma will get stunned. We will fail at stacking his actually with flashies. He will fall down. Very nice burst from We Will Fail It. Morgana picking that kill up. The rest of the team are coming in. Shen, as you say, has ulted. We Will Fail It's left. 3v1 will fall down. Now Linak arrives and Blorn finally making his way from top. But once again, this split push from against All Authority.
That's a very ballsy engage, but they just engaged between two towers. The two people against 3 or something. But they had they engaged and they killed one before the others arrived. That's just very, very well played by
Yeah, I need a Red Bull, as I made way too many mistakes in that bit. So I apologise for that. But again, against the authorities, getting that a little bit further ahead, up to 7,000 gold. Yellow Star's going to steal this blue buff easily. And
that's going to be a problem with the split push. Like, Flashy can't hold the lanes long enough with no blue buff.
Yep.
They're just going to split push at the 2 towers.
There's not great for lane clearers, of course, on mouz, as you say. Flashy is a big one, but the minions need to sit still for that, which they're not going to do too well. And with blue buff, he can't spam that the tormented soil. Sorry.
What I would see now is I would see Shen pushing bot and forcing a Baron play now. Or they could just go for towers, but I think a Baron play could be good right now. They're doing so well in team fights just now.
Yeah, exactly. mouz don't quite know how to combat. Of course, Svensken went in with his ultimate a little bit too soon and paid the price. Then when the rest of his team showed up, he couldn't really join in.
I don't think they want to do a ban flip though. I think they just want to keep split pushing. I'm not sure they could do it, but I don't know. Yuria is very tanky. Could easily do it.
They need to wait 5 seconds, whatever they do, because Soha's ultimate is still on cooldown. He does get snared. There's a full team of mouz here.
So tanky. And
yeah.
he does a G8.
And the G8.
But he still gets so damage, so just ignore him.
And they're going to start the fight. Massive damage. Sven's going to go right into the back onto Enrated. He's going very, very low. Ezreal hits all members of mouz, and that great Janna ult pushing mouz away. Moma will fall, standing on that pool for Morgana. It is 3v1, sorry, at the moment. 2v1 on kills.
Drop down to
Yellow still will fall to Blorn. We will fail it being chased away by Soaz. Linak is chasing Blorn back. There's the kill. Soaz throwing that last Vorpal blade. Still 3-1. Blorn is still going, doing his best to get away from this Linak, who has, of course, in bear stance.
Soaz is coming up there.
Forced to fight it. Yeah, Soaz is coming, and Rate is coming up to join in. There's the knock up. There's the slope. Blorn has no chance. And another ace for against All Authority.
Probably don't have time for an inhib right now. Nah, they don't. Nocturne's up and then 7 seconds till Flashy. May get this tower though.
So it's just ignoring it. 1, he's tanky, 2, he's got a GA, and then he can just dash away anyway. So, we'll play to him.
How much resistance does Soaz have?
Soaz has 282 armor and 184 magic resist.
With a W on top of that? Ridiculous.
Like, just ignore him. He doesn't do anything except tanking everything.
So, nice big fat wave of minions for Yellow Star. What's he running right now? Trinity Force and Bloodthirster.
Imagine he's going to pick up Last Whisper now.
That would make sense to see how much gold is he sitting on.
He needs 1k still, but I think they're just going to farm it up for him.
The one thing I did notice just before I switched, Linux turned that Cage's lucky pick now into a full-on Deathfire Grasp.
Interesting choice. Maybe for Blorn, I guess, but I don't know. I don't see the reason, really.
It's still a lot of damage, and like, what else would he buy that gives him a ton of damage? It gives him a huge burst on someone, Well, I guess it's okay, to be honest.
I think the reasoning is Linux trolling hard.
Yeah, I think that's that.
How much resistance does the team have? Like a mouse?
mouz, let's see, Flashy 43 MR, 89 MR. Blorn's got the most at 220 and 150, and of course a little bit more when he puts his ultimate. A lot of armor on Tarek.
But still, Flashy and the Tarek got very low MR. Like, it does a ton of damage to them. It does around 30%, maybe 25% of their health. That's still a ton of damage.
Notice here, soaz is pushing bottom while Against All Authority are making this Baron play, as she called not so long ago.
And with that mid turret down, if
Giant walking spoilers. But Against All Authority still looking for this opening. Graves has gone back to try and defend against soaz, who's pushing that bottom lane. And Linak gets caught out with a snare, but obviously that's not who you want to snare and initiate on, so just a little bit harassed coming out of Flashy.
So it's continuing to push bottom just now.
Yeah, Graves
in fact, in the turret.
He recalled, walked towards bottom turret, and then decided to change his mind, come back to his team. There is the Baron initiate for Against All Authority. 3 members feeding into that. Yellow start doing his best to get over there.
They might try for a steal here.
Yeah, soaz is just being ignored now. They're letting him hit that turret because he does, as you said earlier, so little damage. They're going to go straight on to Blorn. The ultimate comes out onto Yellowstar from Nocturne. Graves does arrive. Yellowstar getting very, very low. There's the ultimate from soaz. He's coming to join in. As Puzu is being focused by Linek. Linek going very, very low. Has to get up here. Very nice stun from Flashy. There's the Zhonya's Hourglass. Flashy has used his ultimate, and they are zoning it very, very nicely indeed. Blorn going very low will be picked up by soaz. Fench can drop down indeed. Puzu very low, but soaz is going to find him. We will fail. Will pick up that next kill. And there are once again 4 members of Against All Authority chasing mouz down. And this is looking more and more dire for them by the second. Moma teleporting in onto Flashy. And Flashy doing his best to delay this, keep him going as long as possible, but it's not going to make too much of a difference as the rest of them are picking up Baron. Yellow starting and rated, swishing around the tanking before soaz gets in.
There goes a surrender.
But there's a surrender vote.
Moving on to the next game.
Indeed, congratulations Against All